big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Winnebago Talks on KWTN 100.9 FM. We have a great episode in store for everybody here today. My name is Garan Coons, Communications Officer for the Winnebago Tribe, and I am joined by none other than, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to everybody. Bethani Redhorn, the Winnebago Communications Office Manager.
And the host of ARL.
Yes.
Who won last week?
Last week it was the return of the Mac again.
Dang, been holding it down for how long?
Told you it's that time of the year.
Everybody's returning.
Yeah, their Macs unthawing.
Coming back. Huh? Well, that's good. And then this week we have a graphic that will go up probably later today.
Yeah, for the top 5. So we'll have that so everybody can submit their votes for the top 5. But the winner from last week was Return of the Mac. And then I'm working on a special guest. I don't want to spill the beans yet, but it's
cool.
Hopefully I'll have that special guest joining me on Thursday.
Or
just with a really, so they've came before. They've joined us on All Request Live before. Okay. And they have a big announcement. So I'm hoping that we can align and work things out so they can come promote their big announcement.
Dang, I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be Thursday kicking off here. So make sure you folks join us for that. Alrighty. So for those that are willing and able, I'm going to share a story with you that was really cool. Me and my son went over to Iowa City this weekend. They had their powwow. And there was a lot of powwows this weekend. There was one in Michigan. There was one up at Vermilion USD happened. We went over to Iowa City. And I was standing there, and we were getting ready for registration and stuff. This lady comes up from Tama, Iowa, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Hey, you're the big voice." And I was like, "How cool is that?" Her last name was Wanati. And it was really good to see some of the relatives, the friends, and then our reach of the big voices over there in Tama. So shout out to the Meskwaki Nation and the crew over there.
Yep.
The student organization that hosted the powwow, they did an excellent job. Kudos to them. They had a lot of graduates this year. And here in the next month, they'll be walking down, as well as across the country.
Yeah.
Winnebago Public School, the colleges, everybody. So graduation's just around the corner.
Yep.
So I just wanted to share that story and let the folks know, if you have an opportunity, share this stream. We have the answer is, we do have Tyler who is out on an assignment.
Yes.
There's a big debut of the St. Augustine's building dedication. So that's going on now, and they're over there. Let's see here. Next week is Crime Victims' Rights Week. We have the crew from the Winnebago Tribal Court coming in to discuss. Nathan Collier will be here and crew. The Winnebago Tribe's webmaster will be here to discuss the debut of the new revamped website.
Yes.
Angel Decora will be in the house, the museum, and like I said, okay, so are the questions hard for the answer is that's coming up here? I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
It's like 50-50. Sometimes they're just like, okay, I like this question. But then sometimes I'm like, why does he get these questions at?
So she's been on a roll. Tyler's been 3, and you're on the board with 1 this season 2.
Hey, let's talk about season 1, though. No, I'm just kidding.
But you get a lot of help, right? I mean, there's a lot of people from Facebook.
Yeah, shout out to my Auntie Deej.
And then people text you and everything. So that answer is, we got some good ones in store for you today as well. So we'll make sure that we'll do that. And then what else do we have tomorrow coming up?
So tomorrow we'll have the Big Voice Sports Talk Show with Coach Q. We'll be getting into episode 19, so almost getting up there to episode 20, but he'll be getting into kind of everything sports related around the community, the local area. He even touches on like professional basketball and professional sports, but I know that softball and fast pitch, slow pitch, everything, all those things are that season's kind of upon us, so I know that they'll probably be talking about a lot of stuff related to that.
All right, we have Jordana that's going to give us a file. In the meantime, I'll call up while you guys work on that. Nathan and the crew, if ladies want to join us, come on up here and go ahead and get your headsets on. We have an exciting week that's going to be taking place next week here in Winnebago. It's the Victims' Crimes Rights Week here, and Nathan is with the Tribal. Well, I'll give him a chance to introduce himself, and we also have Angie and Chicky Whitewater joining us here as well. So I'll start from you. Go ahead and give us your introduction and your job title.
So my name is Nathan Collier, and I am the victim rights advocate and project coordinator within the tribal court. So the advocates within the court, we are available. We help navigate through the court process. We ensure the rights of any victims and survivors of crimes here in our community are protected and enforced. We've got experience obtaining protection orders, restitution, other ways of victim compensation. So, and then we've got that ability to help transport any of our clients to and from court and related appointments, as well as assisting with community service referrals. So.
Okay, all right. And your office is located down at the tribal court?
Yes, sir.
All righty, cool. And then go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hi, New P, everyone. My name is Chiki Whitewater, Thelma Whitewater, and I am the crimes victims advocate also. And I am located up at the YCIC, but I am under the Winnebago Tribal Court. And the other thing that we are doing, besides what Nathan had mentioned, is we are updating our tribal code.
Oh, okay.
That in regards to the crime victims.
Right on.
So that's
Right
something
on.
good and positive.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get into that discussion here, and then we also have, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hi, NEP. My name is Angie Walker. I work at the Winnebago Human Services Department under the Preserve and Native Families Unit. I am the program manager, and I am here today as well working in collaboration with Thelma and Nathan on Crimes Week. So.
Cool, awesome. So Nathan, let's get back to crimes. Let's see here. The official title is Crime Victims' Rights Week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Crime Victims' Rights Week is actually a nationally recognized week. So since 1981, National Crime Victims' Rights Week has been celebrated every year in April. Mm-hmm. This week we dedicate to learning about the victimization, the effect victimization has on individuals, families, and the friends of our community. And we use it to help promote the laws and policies and programs that are in place to help these victims and survivors as well. So every year, thousands of communities across the nation honor the dedication of those before us that established these rights for our community and renew that commitment to guarantee that all of the victims have the rights and services that they need to recover from the crimes they've been affected by.
Yeah,
So.
Very nice, very nice. And some of the events, can one of you maybe tell us some of the events that are going to be taking place starting with Monday, this coming Monday, right?
Yeah. So Monday, our kickoff event here within our own community is going to be a round dance that we're doing at the Whirling Thunder Gym.
Wow.
That'll be April 24th. We are partnering with several area tribes, the Omaha, Ponca, Asante tribes,
cool.
As well as our own Winnebago domestic violence and other programs within the area.
Yeah.
The health department will be serving a meal for us at 6 p.m.
Okay.
to kick off the beginning of the round dance, and then we'll start the dance at about 7, and we'll go until about 9 o'clock. We do want to make sure everybody knows it's open to the public. We encourage everyone to attend if they can.
Yeah.
Just come out and recognize and remember these relatives.
How much is the cost to get to the meal?
There isn't one.
All right. Well, how cool is that, right? Spread the word on that one and stuff. Do we get a hint of what we're serving that night?
No.
No.
We're going to leave it a secret.
You got to come down and check it out. Huh? All right. So 6 o'clock is the meal, and then 7 p.m. the round dance will kick off. So
Yes,
some
sir.
good music. I believe we'll have some drum groups from each tribe, right?
Yes.
Come up and share some of their songs. And as you know, round dance is a social dance that everybody can come in. Not necessarily, you don't have to have full regalia, just bring yourself. We'll have also maybe some speakers, maybe you folks down there kind of telling some of the things that Crime Victims Advocate Week and Crimes Victims Rights Week. That's why I wanted to make sure I get that correct.
I'd like to mention some as well. For human services under our TTCW grant with Timmery Wimmer and Kayla Green, they're actually having a training that is out for protecting your child. This is an event, not event, but it's a training that will be held at Little Priest Tribal College in the auditorium. And this is solely on the 24th during the day. And you can reach out to Timmery or Kayla Green at Human Services to register.
Oh, okay.
And this is mainly, on the 24th is mainly for professionals that work with children.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, the 25th, will actually be the next day of that training that is going to be open to the whole community. But they can register online and then also contact Timmery or Kayla, like I mentioned, at Human Services to register. And then that's where on the Tuesday at noontime is when the Child Abuse Awareness Walk will take place. And
Cool.
And that will be at the Land of Wellness.
Okay.
And then it's going to be from 12 to 1, just for the fact of that short time period, so that people can still attend that training that is offered at
12 to
Little
1.
Priest. Yes.
Okay.
And then there's T-shirts available for adult sizes. The first 150, who come to participate.
Nice.
Yes.
Very
so
nice.
I just wanted to mention that as well.
So, thank you for that
Yeah.
information, definitely. And then we're displaying some of their graphics, right, on Facebook.
So for this one right here, we got the crimes rights awareness, or the crime victims rights walk. And then, do you know is that information for the event that you just promoted? Is that one available on on social media?
I believe it was supposed to be, but I can email that to you right now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. And this one is the Child Abuse Awareness Walk that you mentioned. The other one was the Round Dance, is that right?
Yes, the
Okay.
evening.
All right. So April 25th at the Land of Wellness, 12 noon. Thank you to the sponsors. And T-shirts for the first 150 participants and stuff. So make sure you come on down there. April is known as Child Abuse Awareness Week. For sure.
Yeah.
And then that one here, it says, we highly encourage our Native communities to join us in a community round dance to recognize and raise awareness of Crime Victims' Rights Week, which is observed nationally in April. A meal will be provided for the community at 6 p.m. The round dance will start at 7 p.m. And this is a public event. No charge for the meal, no charge for the hearing the beautiful songs, and children, family members, adults, everybody is invited to come on down and check that one out too. So then let's see here. So that's Monday.
Yes.
Tuesday's the walk, and then the whole week you guys got something planned Wednesday. What's going to happen Wednesday?
So Wednesday and Thursday, we're actually doing a couple of lunch and learns within the senior center.
Okay.
So we do have a lot of our elders that are experiencing victimization.
Right.
They're survivors of crimes. But we want to be able to educate our elders on what services are available for them.
Yeah.
So we will be doing lunch and learns with the tribal court advocates on Thursday afternoon, and on Wednesday afternoon it'll be with the domestic violence advocates. And
Okay.
so any of our elders who want to come out to the senior center and experience what resources and educational opportunities we have for them.
Yeah.
We encourage them all. Come out. On Thursday, we'll be providing a little bit of some soup and bread.
Okay.
For anybody that's in attendance for the lunch and learn.
So that's Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday, we'll have the soup and bread for sure.
Alrighty, cool. You can't go wrong with that and stuff. And then Friday, I think it's something about a vigil. Or
Yes. So Friday, we're going to round out the end of the week with a candlelight vigil in the Remembering the Klan Statue Garden. We do want to give a big shout out for that one to the Winnebago Public School shop class, because they're making some silhouettes for us. That will be posted out there for people to walk through, and on each of those silhouettes is going to be a survivor story.
Wow.
So we encourage everybody to go out there, read the stories, see how our community has been impacted by these events. And at 4:30 to end the week, we're going to do that candlelight vigil out there. So we encourage everybody to come out and join us for that vigil in honor and remembrance of our lost relatives, our survivors, and the families that have been impacted by the violent crimes that are happening right here in our own community.
Sure. I got a question for you, Nathan. Like your job and stuff. Why did you take an interest in pursuing that?
So for my job, I grew up in the foster care system. I grew up, in a household that experienced some of these same issues that we have our families and our relatives and our kids experiencing now. So when I decided to go to college, I wanted to do social work and I wanted to do law. I wanted to do policy work. And so the two of those combined really just led me back to doing victim advocacy work, where it allows me to be active within the court systems, but it also allows me to use that social work side where I can work one-on-one with individuals to help them with the resources that they need.
Awesome. Nathan Collier from the Winnebago Tribal Court. His office is down there. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, how do we get a hold of you?
Give me a call. Our phone number down there is I might have to relook that one up. I don't know it off the top of my head.
What we could do is just direct them to the main number, and then they'll
give the court a call. They'll transfer you over to me. Otherwise, you can give me an email. My email is nathan.collier@winnebagotribe.com.
We'll get that posted.
Yes.
For sure.
So those are the easiest ways.
Nathan, you brought up like elder awareness and abuse, kind of some of those things. And I know, Chicky, you were the director of the what was it called? Elder Abuse Prevention.
Yes.
And that was a grant and stuff. And you guys kind of came up with some posters and some kind of values and stuff. Maybe kind of reiterate and create awareness of what some of those values were that you promoted.
One of the main ones that I did, and I had a billboard, and we had a kids coloring contest and like that. And it was, it's not in our tradition to abuse our elders and treat our elders like that. So that was one of the main things. So they have a new person there, Lauren Buchanan, who now has that position.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm pretty sure that she'll do a good job with that.
Yeah, and then one of the real cool stories that we used to have too is you used to have these dances. And the dances were kind of like, hey, come on, let's play some of the oldie music and stuff. And then there would be presentation, like education presentations and all that. Turned out really good and stuff. I remember those fondly and stuff. And a lot of the elders that were there at the dances have since gone on, but they were having a good time and stuff. But we do want to create in Winnebago the awareness of make sure you take care of your elders. There's financial abuse. A lot of times the grandkids or whatever try to hit up the grandma or grandpa and say, hey, I'll pay you back and stuff like that. Let's try to take care of our elders and stuff. So very good point.
Then I also want to mention that Trina Aldridge also works under the Elder Abuse Grant.
Oh, cool.
There's 2 separate ones.
Okay.
So she works solely on the MDT of things, the multidisciplinary aspect of that, of when it comes to that financial exploitation and variety of other things. So I want to mention her name as well.
I'm going to ask you the same question. Angie, you've been kind of working with a lot of the health and the court and the human service side and everything throughout the years and stuff. Why did you decide to pursue that career?
A lot of times what it came down to is, as a young girl growing up in different areas, different things had happened in my life that I always wanted to help. I saw those little roadblocks growing up, and that's why it became working at the court and different things in behavioral health and the domestic violence program, and then now I'm at human services and different areas is to help our people, try to help them, encourage them, because our children and our families, they go through things, and they need that help, they need that support, and somehow, some way, I try to help them if I can. And they're not just a number to me, they're a family. I'm going to see them as I walk out that door. It doesn't end there. How I am within our community is that, I want to do what is right, and help as much as I can. So that's why I facilitate those classes that I would do starting out from at the court side, just to help families in that area, but it's up to them too, because our children are our future and we do need them, and our community is such a unique place. This is our home here in Nishochachi, and how we came here, and all the things that we're doing for our community and our people, and take pride in that, from listening to our ancestors that are no longer here, who gave us that, sacrificed for us, and it's up to us to give back and to help those in need when we can, and those variety. And that's partly why I still team up on different committees or different things, because I still feel that need and that passion to, and compassion, for what some things have occurred, that's just not to label that family in that manner. There's just something that had occurred that they had a hard time, and then now it's up to us to give them that aikiruri, that helping hand, and bring them back to where our family as a whole, because we all need each other. It doesn't just affect him, her, it affects everybody. It doesn't end there either. So I just want to mention that. That's why I in those areas still to this day, and kind of speak out for those that don't have a voice nor know who to go to. So, and if like I said, there's a variety of reasons, but that's my main one.
Good words, Angie. Thank you for sharing that. And
you're welcome.
One of the things I wanted to kind of share a story with crime victims' rights is that if you ask me what's my story about crime, it actually occurred off reservation. But I was a college student, and I just kind of wanted to share this background story. I was a college student at Wayne State, and me and my brother, we had a DJ business. I parked my car on Sunday, and I had some leftover equipment that I didn't unload. Usually we unloaded it at the storage or whatnot and stuff. But anyways, I woke up the next day. I get a call from campus security, and it says that your car has been broken into. And the weird thing is that they stole probably about maybe $2,000 worth of equipment. You know, I had the mixer in there, the fogger, some of the lights and stuff. But I also had my outfit in there, and they didn't take my outfit. My regalia, you know, and it was kind of weird and stuff because anyways, but the way that it made me feel, it was horrible. I felt like violated, you know what I mean? I couldn't understand it. It was senseless. It was like, man, what are we gonna do? Our business is done for. You know, we don't have $2,000 laying around. I was asked about insurance and all this and that and stuff, but what happened is that there was an organization out of Sioux Falls that heard about our story, that we're trying to create this business and we're doing things for the youth and trying to have everybody have a good time and stuff. And they helped us out. They gave us $1,000 so we could purchase some of the equipment, and then we raised the other $1,000 and stuff. But this the crime itself and the way it made me feel, you know, there's a lot of victims out there. I was a victim of that. And I wasn't the only car that got hit that night. There was like maybe 10 other cars. They didn't have cameras on the parking lot or anything like that.
Wow.
And they would do it every 2 years. And so, there was 2 years ago that campus security was telling me they would come through. I don't know if it was a organization or if it was a crew or something like that, but they would steal car stereos, they would steal backpacks and all that, and they hit the jackpot with mine. And so we reported it to like the pawn shops and everything, trying to get the equipment back, but we never heard anything. But that's kind of my story about being a victim and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just want to kind of share that and stuff. But Bethany, you have any questions for these folks?
Well, not necessarily, but I just wanted to kind of follow up with what Angie was saying. When I was about 15 to, you know, in the state of Nebraska, you become an adult at 19. I was kind of in the Child Protective Service system. And, you know, Liz was here recently, our new TMS coordinator. And I kind of shed that. I gave her like a shout out because when I was in the system, she was like I don't want to say like the saving grace, but she just really like had a lot of like patience with me and understanding, and just, you know, when you're like a young teenager, you know it all or whatever. And she was just kind of like really influential at that time in my life. And I just feel like what Angie does and like the roles in that department, like they're so important because there's a lot of like young kids that just, they don't feel heard. And then like whenever you have like the adults that are like trying and they're like showing that they hear you, I feel like that's really important because I mean, I have like a closer understanding to it being in the system a little bit, but I just think that you guys are doing a really great job in this event that we're about to get into. It's going to be a really good one.
Yeah. Thank you for that story there. Thelma, is there anybody that you want to thank for the week? I know there's some sponsors, and you had to approach some people to, you know, the health department.
Yeah.
All those.
Trisha Ettringer.
Yeah.
Yes, MMIW, Great Plains.
Action Society. Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to her. She's also the host of the show that's going to be coming back for season 2. Digified podcast.
Very helpful. And also the legal aid, Kirby Williams has helped a lot too.
Oh, good.
And of course, Garan Coons is going to be our MC and kind of take care of the round dance for us. I really appreciate that because you're a really good, outstanding person in our community. And I value you being here within our people, and like you're part of us.
Yeah.
You're part of us here, so
definitely.
I want to thank you.
Yeah, so if you have an opportunity, come on down. We have a new kind of system that we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do a live remote that night.
Yeah.
So to hear the music, to try to get those guys mic'd up and stuff, but we don't want to promote it too much.
Nope.
So
surprise element there.
Yes, you gotta come. Yes.
Because everybody's gonna be like, why is there technical difficulties? We never rolled it out before, but we're gonna try it. So that's what we're gonna do and stuff. So anything else, you folks?
No, we really encourage everybody, come be a part of the week, come be a part of the events, help us honor and remember those of our relatives that are gone. Those are still being affected.
Right. So. Very nice. Nathan, Chicky, Angie, thank you guys for coming on up, and we'll get that. And we'll see everybody starting Monday.
Okay,
Sounds
thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I was just on the live stream displaying the Crime Victims' Rights Week 2023 announcement again, and then Angie did get that information sent over to me for the event that's going to be taking place on the 24th as well. So we'll kind of get that shared on our social media for the Big Voice.
Okay.
And but that's just kind of like her the what is it the training? Yeah.
It says here, like part 1 is going to be about sex offenders, what child abuse, sexual assault professionals should know. And that's very informational. Creepy but crucial information, advanced grooming tactics used by sex offenders, child molesters, and traffickers. And if you scroll down a little bit there, protecting our children, advice from child molesters, the Child Safety and Crime Prevention Program. And then if they knew what I was thinking, what sex offenders can teach us about interviewing. Or intervening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very interesting. All right. Who do we got next?
All right. So we have, as we mentioned, we're going to get into a special report with our Winnebago Indian News editor, Jordana Bass, and then we have our webmaster here as well, Christina Parker.
Jordana, you want to introduce us? Okay, come on up. This is Jordana. She's doing double duty here today as she's trying to go back and forth and stuff, but give us the introduction.
Okay, let me give you guys Hi P everybody, I'm Jordana Bass. I am the Winnebago Indian News editor, and I've been working on a little special report. Recently, the Winnebago tribe received an all new facelift and redesign of the website.
Yeah.
So the Winnebago Communications Department actually hosted a launch party on April 5th. So I just kind of covered that event, and then this video is sort of a recap of that.
All right. Yeah. We'll go ahead and roll it.
Let me see here.
Congratulations again to everybody that had a part in putting this together. Of course, I want to reiterate my support and appreciation for the tribe's IT crew as well, because they do a hell of a lot of stuff for us, and I appreciate them very much. So congratulations to everybody, and today's a good day, I hope.
So what we would like to have come from this is that the website would be checked as regularly as the tribe's Facebook pages.
Right now it's kind of like this social vibe, and we believe that the website will serve our clients, will serve our business partners, those that are generally looking for information for the Winnebago tribe.
All right, well.
All right, here we go, everybody. 10,
Congratulations again to everybody that had a part in putting this together. Of course, I want to reiterate my support and appreciation for the tribe's IT crew as well, because they do a hell of a lot of stuff for us, and I appreciate them very much. So congratulations to everybody, and today's a good day, I hope.
So what we would like to have come from this is that the website would be checked as regularly as the tribe's Facebook pages. So everything that's on the website should reflect everything that's being communicated through the tribe's Facebook. So again, thank you all for coming. I really commend, everybody for all the hard work that you've done. But at the end of the day, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. And so there's a lot of work that will still need to be done. So thank you all. Enjoy your day, and I'll turn it back over to Gil.
See here, do we have any princesses in the house that can help us draw a number? I don't want to. All right, come on, it's gonna help you. I tell you, this is the grand prize right here, brand new laptop. 509. All right. Well, thanks for coming on out. Thanks for joining us here for the website launch party. And this guy is yours. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. That was a special report by Jordana and the crew there. And we'd like to welcome in our webmaster. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hello, my name is Christina Parker. I am the webmaster for the Winnebago tribe.
All right. And tell us a little bit about the project and kind of some of the highlights and some of the things that have been taking place.
For one, it's a very tedious job. I feel like the staff here is very supportive, yet I'm not able to be very social just because like this is a big project, and I'm just trying to get it to its fullest capacity at the moment, get all that taken care of, all the details. So I apologize to my co-staff for being antisocial.
No, that was sort of the thing that I kind of like noticed, is like Christina hardly ever, like I could hardly ever see her take a break. Like once in a while, like if I want to take a break, I'll look at my phone for a little bit, and then Christina was just always just going ham. Like she never takes a break, so I was kind of like, geez. But she does do a lot. She does do a lot of the live stream, so I can see how that can like definitely pull her away from taking as much time as she probably wants to do with the website.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that everybody is enjoying it so far, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback so far.
Yeah, and let's see here. Shout out to Brandon Stout. He was the one that it was kind of a, how do you say it? Just like, hey, people were doing research papers. They wanted to learn more information about the Winnebago tribe. HCI, Winnevegas, they were the owners of, Winnebago tribe was the owner of HCI and Winnevegas and all these other entities and stuff. And people were like, well, who's the Winnebago tribe? And there was kind of like some pages out there, some websites and stuff like that. But Brandon's real job is IT, for the infrastructure for the whole organization and stuff. And it was kind of a byproduct. So I think one of the things for the webmaster to really pay attention to all that information, some content coming out daily, the calendars up there, the Winnebago on the news, the radio station, employment opportunities. Man, there's just a whole host of things that you're just busy with all day, every day. And so shout out to Brandon Start, the IT department, for everything. And then what kind of interests you in getting into like website designing?
Honestly, when it was more coding, I kind of dreaded it, but now it's more, I don't know what you would call it, like user-friendly, yes, user-friendly. So like now I kind of get excited to come to work every day just because I'm not looking at code so much.
Yeah.
But honestly, what kind of got me into it was just the fact that it's universal.
Right.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting, and you can do a lot with it.
And it's just WinnebagoTribe.com. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people. We get people that tune in through the tribe's website from overseas. Was it England or Germany or something?
It was in Great Britain.
Great Britain. So just imagine like 10, maybe millions of eyes on the website, and the design element of that. So
looking at the website now, I just wanted that to be able to reflect the tribe and like the direction that we're trying to go.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put that feeling and look out there.
Very nice. Very cool. So the whole branding effort, if you have an opportunity, make sure you share it and everything.
Yeah.
And more updates to come, right?
Yes, definitely.
If you had an opportunity, what are some of the highlights of the website?
I got from one of the tribal lawyers. She was like super impressed with the tribal court page. So
cool.
Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. Honestly, the calendar, I feel like it has more potential. I'm trying to, once all the layout is good to go, then I can focus more on those like day-to-day details of updating all the stuff that needs to be updated regularly.
Right.
So I'm just trying to think, like, I really don't have any like specific highlights throughout the website. Just overall, I'm just like excited about all of it.
Very cool. And Savannah gave you a shout out. So yeah, Christina, your fellow co-worker over there at Ho-Chunk Renaissance.
Hello,
Festival.
Savannah.
All right. Any shout outs or anything else you want to make mention for the people that never been to the website? We invite everybody to go take a look. www.winnebagotribe.com.
Yep, right there.
Yep. Just Brandon Stout. He was just my legs in this whole project.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any assistance that I needed, he was always there to help. So I want to shout out to him.
Yeah, and then as you can see here, that calendar that you were talking about, let's see here, Wednesday General Council meeting, that's tomorrow. So if you have any, and then you also do like the, what do they call it? The streaming IT virtual.
Yeah,
so
for
if
the
anybody
tribal
needs
council meetings,
to get into a tribal council meeting virtually, they just come see you, right?
Yep, email me or give me a call.
Definitely. And then, as you know, the tribal chambers are open. While we were in the pandemic, they were closed and stuff. And that's why we went to the virtual and stuff. But virtual is still around. And I kind of seen it kind of handy and stuff. There was a lot of people tuning in on the mid-monthly meeting last night on YouTube. There was probably about maybe 25 people. So if you can imagine 25 people in the chambers, that would be a packed house. But there's a trickle of them, but we encourage everybody, tribal members, if you have an opportunity to come on down. It sounds like Kunu Dave, who is the new Wake and Burial Director.
Yes.
He was in attendance last night, just wanted to catch a tribal council meeting and stuff in person and those conversations. And then breakfast with council is going to be happening when?
Thursday
Thursday at what time?
9
a.m.
9 a.m.
down at the Black Hawk Center. So come down, get some food, and they'll have a discussion. The council wants to have an open dialogue with the tribal members on and off reservation. They'll have an opportunity. I think they're going to set up in the gym, so make sure you come on down and check that out. So, well, thank you, Christina, the webmaster for the Winnebago Tribe, working with Communications IT. Jordana, thank you for that special report covering that. And congratulations to our grand prize winner, who was, what's her name?
Emily. Yeah, Emily Smith. She got the laptop.
She got the laptop in order to browse the new website. Definitely.
Yeah.
Good one. So you guys missed the opportunity. Do we have any more of that swag that we, mouse pads and all that? Or did we give them all out that day?
Honestly, there was a lot of stuff going. I was very happy with everybody. Not everybody has a Win shirt. Everybody has a Big Voice shirt. Now that everybody has Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska swag, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, show them that mouse pad. That was really
I don't
cool.
know.
That we
You
got
gotta come
printed.
see it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Stick it on her face.
I was gonna sew that on my jacket there, a mouse pad on my background. But very cool, very cool. Alrighty.
Thanks, ladies.
Peace.
Well, and then also, I just wanted to, I know she's heading out on us, but shout out to Christina for hooking us up for the KWTN tab on the Tribes page.
Hey, can you go to it?
Yeah, because I only wanted to kind of plug that in. I know a lot of people that are like going over to the online streaming player, and there's like a new look to that as well. So I'm just kind of give a visual for that real quick. So if you go over, you want to tune in online, if you're not in the KWTN 100.9 FM frequency area, which also just real quick, I want to plug in there. I got to talk with our lawyer yesterday, and I got to visually see the service area that we serve. So I'm going to show you that. Yeah.
Cool.
I got to see like the radius of where we all hit and where our frequency touches.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you go to our
130,000.
Yeah. If you go to our go to the KWTN tab on the Winnebago Tribe's website, you scroll down, you'll kind of get a breakdown of our weekly radio shows. And then she gave us a new little, you click that. I don't want to click it because it's going to bring us right to it. But you click on it, it'll bring you to the streaming player.
All right, on.
So
Very
that's
cool. We're going to go around and like do something like $100 or
we still got to do it. We talked about it,
so
but we
if
never
you're
did
listening, departments and stuff, if you're listening to KWTN, the Power Music or whatever the show might be, and we might show up with the cameras and stuff like that. Hey, are you listening to KWTN? If you're not, you get 90 cents. If you are, you get $100.
You get 9 cents.
Yeah, that would be our kind of, we'll have to promote that and stuff. All right, we'd like to welcome in Mr. Wood here from Ho Chunk Community Capital. I got it right?
Yep, you got it right.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Today, we are talking about
financial literacy.
Okay, okay.
So next Wednesday, we're having a webinar with Shantae Moore.
Okay.
And she was just she was at Res. She was honored as a 40 under 40.
Wow.
So we got in touch with her. She does actual financial literacy for the Ponca tribe on some of their sessions. And so we figured we'd use her as, doing the same thing for us.
Got the big guns coming in.
Yep. And so she's just going to do like a free webinar for us. But if we get participation and like a need, whatever, which I think we do need, honestly, she's going to set up more sessions, more in depth, because this one will be a webinar. The next one she'll be in person and actually do like one-on-one sessions with like maybe financial planning or anything. So yeah, it's definitely something that we want to push. I mean, it's one of the things with our CDFI as well. So.
Okay. All right. Smart money. Definitely. I seen a quote from one of my cousins, and it had something about if you can navigate the ways of not having money, because money comes and goes.
Yeah.
That's what it said. It said money comes and goes, but if you can navigate how to manage your money, you can grow it. I was like, wow, that's a good saying and stuff.
Definitely. I mean, that's something that we're actually pushing with those individual development accounts, like a savings.
Yeah.
So we had that program it's a housing initiative, to get people either for down payment assistance or like credit repair, but it has to be housing based. But Two Sharpback runs one that's based off of agriculture.
Oh, okay.
Right? So and it's for the kids. So any of the kids that are involved in like maybe the farms or vegetable garden or something where they're making some money where they can put some money towards savings, and we have a match with that.
Very nice.
So in fact, I'm just doing some research about our kids, the youth, financial literacy. That's where we're going to be at in the future.
Yeah.
I said tribes actually are making dramatic strides in economic development.
Yeah.
But we're not keeping up. We're still at that poverty level. There's a lot of people that don't know how to manage their money, and it's like we all live like payday to payday,
right.
And that doesn't happen with like the other demographics, the Hispanics, the blacks. They put money away so that they can do these things, invest in themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that savings, investments, these kind of things need to be taught with our youth. And, we're probably at an age now where we're not thinking about it, but I guarantee I'm never going to retire. So I'm trying to get I'm trying to get my kids to retire.
Right. Unless we hit the lottery or something, right?
Well, I do play that Powerball.
Right. So it's not a guaranteed thing stuff, but I gotta say, like a lot of people take their chances.
Yep.
And we're always trying to get into fundraising raffles or go to bingo and hoping that we hit the lottery. It's a wish and stuff, but it's kind of ingrained us. We used to do like moccasin game long time ago, so like gambling kind of game of chances and stuff was all about us. And anyways, yeah.
Well, I think that's historical though. That's
right.
We've gotten that point where 200 years ago was instant gratification. We didn't know when the next time we were going to get that. Hunt that buffalo or whatever, so we get what we had when we had it, and it has transitioned into money, because I see it, as soon as Thursday hits, payday, we're all at Walmart, we're all buying some shoes,
Yeah.
But just having like the planning to say, I'm going to take care of all my bills first, and then what I have left, hey, let's put 10% in a savings,
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Shantae, like her next sessions or whatever, like those really hit those points.
Right, right.
But we have partners at Sioux City, like the Center for Siouxland, that will make a financial plan with our tribal members.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, anybody that wants to come in, stop in, I said we can make that referral.
Yeah.
And they can do it like right now. So
Very nice.
So. But
Hey, so this lunch and learn, do you bring your own lunch or is lunch provided?
it's going to be provided.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'd like to get up to 30. We have 10 commitments so far.
Okay. So you're missing 20 people.
Yeah, we're missing 20 people, but we're going to have. We're not sure who we're going to have cater it yet.
Yeah.
So we're just working on that, but we want to definitely get the numbers. That way, Shantae wants to come back. So
Yeah, for sure. And that's April 26th?
Yep.
All right. And then it's going to be at 12 to 1 p.m. So
Yeah,
if you
well-
have an opportunity, make sure you take your lunch break.
Yeah, I'm
grab
gonna-
some lunch and learn.
Grab some lunch, and she's going to be on the webinar, like on the screen, whatever. So
Very
make it
nice.
work.
Very nice. And then let's see here. I had another graphic up. I think this is part of Tu's program. Something
Oh,
about
yeah, the
youth grant.
Yep. As you were talking about it, I
Yep.
kind of had it displayed.
Can you mention that a little bit?
Well,
Or do you want two to-
Yeah, two
okay.
knows more about it, but it's it's a 4-to-1 match. It's a 2-year program with so they can
Oh.
save up.
Wait, wrong one.
Sorry.
Oh no,
There it is.
Oh, that's-
But I seen mushrooms.
yeah, mushrooms on there too. So.
Hey, I just want to plug in there real quick. I was getting so much flack because I was saying I was pronouncing mushrooms wrong. I don't want to say it.
You were too.
I don't want to say it.
But the Youth Small Agro Business Grants, make sure you inquire. And 2 Sharpback is over there with Tony Wood at the Ho Chunk Community Development Corporation, and they are known as Ho Chunk Community Capital. And yeah, congratulations. How'd the farmers market go on Friday?
We could have used more traffic, but I mean, it was early.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of chilly out, but definitely we'd love to see everybody out there and selling your products and maybe make that hustle into a small business. You know? So we'd love to see it.
So let's go back to there it is. Tell us about that.
Mushrooms.
What is this about?
Well, we figured that we needed some small business, and the mushroom season's coming up.
Yeah.
And I know that somebody else brokers them. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I'd love to see somebody local either broker it, save it for later on, and maybe find a better buyer.
Right.
Let's continue to grow and I don't know, just have somebody else do it. So.
For sure. So offering 250 micro enterprise loans, and what you have to do is write a 1-page business plan and turn it into Tony Wood. Open till April 30th. You can apply now. The phone number is 402-878-2192. And do you want to add value to your morale mushrooms foraging business?
I was saying moral.
Moral.
Hey, oranges,
Womp womp.
or what do they call it? Potato or something like that? I don't know. Anyway.
Shrooms.
And I would want to mention I do have a 1-page template for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's, very, very simple. Just push it through. If you need any help with the numbers, we're definitely here to help.
Are you going to share your story?
Last year, so me and Tyler, we went to go get a picture like that for, kind of a visual of what you guys are all looking at right now. We tried to get an up-close shot for the win,
They went to their secret spot too.
and we got stuck.
In the
I
mud.
think it was I can't remember that road. Is it Bradford Road or... It was a road.
Down by
no
the-
business road.
No business road.
And then I have a
car
Kia
is like-
Optima, so
yeah,
it's not
like
terrain at
4
all.
inches
but
off the ground.
my brother happened to drive by, and he works for roads department, and she was going like that, and he just went floating by in one of those big old trucks, and then pretty soon he comes back, and he's like, I thought that was you. And I kind of got lectured about it, so I don't go down there no more.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Yeah, make sure you don't guys go and get stuck and stuff. But anyways, that's coming around the corner. I don't know how it's going to look this year, Tony. Do you have any forecasts on?
I've never seen one, never picked one. I have no
Really?
idea. So
Okay, they're just consuming.
yeah, I just eat them. So that's it. So
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything else. So
Hey, thanks for coming by.
Yep.
We'll see you
Yes,
on
thank
April
you.
26th, 25th.
26.
26th. Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Cool.
26th. Wow.
So you guys went and looked and then got stuck, or did you guys?
No,
get
we got
stuck?
stuck. We didn't
Okay.
even get
Didn't-
that. We didn't get to that point. We
Okay.
just got stuck.
You guys should have called me. No.
I know. He's like, he's gonna get mad at us.
You're gonna have to get 4-wheel drive next time.
I know. I want a truck so bad. I do.
All right, Mr. Bass from 8CI. Good to see you,
Hello.
man.
Yeah, good to see you guys
You're busy
too.
man.
It's all right. I'm staying afloat. So.
Definitely. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to hop on the radio to share about an upcoming event that I think the Winnebago community would be interested in, and that is the College and Career Fair. It is going to take place at the Winnebago Public School Practice Gym, starting at, I believe it is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And our target audience is Winnebago high schoolers, those that are looking to learn more about different colleges and what they have to offer. We'll have different colleges and universities present, including Little Priest Tribal College, Wayne State, UNL, and the list goes on there. We'll also have some military academies present. You know, it's all about just sharing opportunities for the youth and connecting them to, you know, they're going to be making these decisions very soon as they approach high school graduation. So they need to be aware of what are the options that are out there. So we've gathered some people to show up there for the college piece, and then the career fair side of it will happen simultaneously. And we have Ho Chunk Inc. subsidiary companies having booths. We have tribal entities and groups having booths. 12 clans, the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System will also have a booth. You know, there are a lot of entities in the community that are hiring. There are jobs that are out there. So, and then another interesting piece of this is the school, we've learned, stopped doing these in-person college and career fairs because of the pandemic. But, you know, so I think the last time that they had one was like 2017, 2018 maybe. So it's been a while since we've had something like this. So we're picking it back up this year, and hopefully we get a good turnout. The first half of it, the morning half, is for the high school students, and then the afternoon half, probably between like 1 and I believe it says 1:30 to 2:30. Oh yeah, there's a flyer. 1:30 to 2:30 will be open to the community, because we recognize that not just high schoolers are looking for opportunities. There may be adults that or college students or those that just graduated, those that are just looking for work. So it applies to everybody. So please attend, and that starts at 9 a.m. for the high schoolers, and then starts at 1:30 for the community members.
All right, there it is displayed there, and appreciate all the sponsors and everybody coming together. As you can see, the logos of the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, HCI, Winnebago Public School, and WTN, Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. So very nice. I'm glad you got to help coordinate it with the school and everybody coming through together to give that dissemination of good information.
For sure. And I have to give a shout out to, it isn't just Ho Chunk Inc. that was helping plan this. Belle Bearskin from Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System was another key player. I forget her name, Dina from Winnevegas. Dina. Yep, she's also been helping with the planning, and so they'll have a booth there as well. Mr. Goobles from the school has also been helping, and Nan has been helping from the tribe, from the HR department there. So just trying to gather everyone and share these opportunities. And I also want to make mention that Ho Chunk Inc.'s long-term mission is to diversify business operations to generate more revenue back to the tribe so we could reach economic self-sufficiency. And then our short-term goal is to provide job opportunities for Winnebago tribal members. You know, if we think back historically, you know, we had a very high unemployment rate. We were poverty, and the median household income was very low. And so we're sort of coming out of poverty, and part of that is having job opportunities and making that effort to apply to open positions that are out there. So this event sort of aligns with that high level goal for Ho Chunk Inc., but also for the Winnebago tribe, because one of the priorities for the tribe is employment opportunities. So, just tying it into these high level goals that we have as a community and as a tribe.
You guys are rocking it, man. Good job. When's the next community update? Have you guys maybe after the summertime, or?
So we're kind of taking a little mini break from that. I think the next one will come in the fall or late summer. And we'll probably combine it with our annual community event, and then just make the messaging part of it more intentional, because our annual community event, there's a lot going on. There's activities here, and sometimes we're not always aware of the information sharing piece of it. So we're just going to marry both of those and be very intentional with the messaging, and still have the fun opportunities for the kids and the families, and have a meal and all that. So you could probably expect it around September.
Yeah, as we head into like after graduation, then it gets ready for powwow, and then all of a sudden you get ready for back to school. I mean, it's gonna go by quick, guys.
It's nonstop. The whole year is just full of community events, and it's one of my favorite parts of my job is to be involved and contribute where we can, and build bridges. And I'm all about unity, and I try to bring that to conversations at all levels within the tribe. So I certainly love what I do, and
definitely. I'm gonna take the hat off, the HCI hat off. You help us out with volleyball, and commentating, and you're an expert on that. When are you gonna come on Coach Q's sports show and talk about volleyball?
I don't know. I guess waiting for an invitation. I guess you want to talk about volleyball. I know that there are some teams or community members here locally that'll be playing in Sioux City at the Icky-Nickel Sand Volleyball Leagues. We just closed out the indoor league up in Sioux City, so I mean, I'd be happy to share any updates. I know some people. I know Brian Chamberlain sitting right behind me. I know he's very in tune.
Come in, talk about volleyball. Myself,
I'm down.
I never played volleyball in high school or anything like that. I just played it like for fun. But I really got into it. You know what I mean? It's like really me and my old lady and stuff. We play and stuff, and it's just a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Like
it gets competitive sometimes too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It does. Certainly does.
Fun. Are you guys playing this summer?
I'm not sure yet. We haven't. We had a team there for a while, and then some of the team members couldn't make it all the time. So it's a commitment to get up there.
It is. Yep. Especially when you play about 2 or 3 times a week, it becomes quite gas money.
Stay in shape. Stay in. Yeah. That's very nice. Cool. So, but you're going to be helping us out with commentating for volleyball next year, right?
Yep, that's in my plan. I don't think I can back out of it now. So, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then you have that expert analysis being an old coach. You know what I mean? Our former coach, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, you just called me old.
No, right. Stay away from that word.
That, everybody?
Former.
I like wise. Just kidding.
No. All right. Thanks, Mr. Bass from the Community Impact Engagement of HCI.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Yep. So we also have these little cute cards that he gave us. The Apprenticeship Achievement Ceremony, Friday, May 12th, noon to 3:30 p.m. at the Ho Chunk Center in Winnebago.
Cool. All right, Brian, come on up here. And I know that there's a couple hats that Brian wears and stuff. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll have to take off a hat. We literally probably have to get you a hat, my man, and kind of go from there and stuff.
Yeah, but I like hats.
So. Nonetheless, here.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. Big voice and the Winnebago tribes, Winnebago Talks. So let's talk about Winnebago, maybe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was listening earlier, and you guys touched on quite a few of the subjects. The breakfast with the council's coming up later this week. That's going to be a pretty good event. So if you happen to be in town or around, come down to the Whirling Thunder Wellness Center, and we will be in the gym, and you can just basically sit down and talk about whatever you want. There is a general agenda because we don't want to just sit there and like be sitting in silence. But by all means, feel free to come down and.
First time having this event.
Yeah, it is. It was important to the council to open up the dialogue in an informal way, because when you come to the meetings, they're very structured and we follow the agenda pretty tightly, and try to keep on that. But we wanted another opportunity to where it could just be conversational and people can say whatever they want.
Oh, cool.
Or discuss whatever they want.
First time having it and stuff. So we'll see you guys Thursday.
Right.
9:00.
Yep. And then I know that there was, what else were you guys talking about too? Tony's things that he was talking about. Willie's subjects are also very well spoken for and very well taken. And with that as well, Coach Q's programming that he does on Wednesdays, if he wants to have that conversation, we can, because I don't know if Willie's aware of this, but there's going to be a professional women's league happening in the United States, and the city of Omaha will be home to one of those teams.
Yeah, Jason Derulo.
Yep, Jason Derulo is one of the investors.
Co-owner or whatnot and stuff. So he's going to be down in Omaha. They said that he went
Yeah.
quite a bit,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, he did. When they did kind of the announcement of that, one of my daughter's former clubs, Nebraska Elite, they are, of course, one of the premier clubs in the Great Plains area, but they hosted him, and he kind of came over and played. And it's nice to see when the celebrities have that type of affinity for the game.
Yeah.
Because if you've never seen it, Steph Curry also plays as well, because his sister's a volleyball player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to see. So come on over, Steph.
Hey. Yeah, come on and invest. We last night at the mid-month, you introduced kind of some of the things that, and I seen your Facebook post,
right?
And kind of tell us about that.
Yeah, last night in our mid-month tribal council meeting, one of the things that has been going around with the tribe quite frequently, I guess it's kind of a negative thing. A lot of our grandparents are experiencing child placement issues to where either the CFS department and or the court or some other mechanism is getting in the way, and these kids are basically getting bandied about, and the traumatization of their placements, etc., just continues to go on. So last night, the council passed by unanimous motion the initiatives that I began, and there were 9 of them to basically restructure Title IV, which is the part of our code that deals with our children, how the department is going to effectuate what they do, and then also mandate the court's awareness toward what the council's wishes are. Because the main thing with that, again, is it should all be about protecting our children and their safety, as well as leading our families toward reunification, and that's what last night was about.
Very nice, very nice. More information coming.
Yeah.
More work to be done on that, but it's a step in that direction.
Yes, part of the motion that was passed was to where the general counsel is involved, and we have a first draft presented within 30 days. Because we mean to move this. We're so tired of families getting tossed about and treated in ways that they shouldn't be, and it isn't necessarily the adults, it's the children that we're really concerned about. Because at the same time, and I said it in the meeting and I'll say it again here, is that we're not exonerating the responsibility of the adults, because they are the decision makers. We're basically trying to pattern our code off of our values so that our children are not treated as basically second-class citizens and kind of these possessions that you can just treat like however you want. Their stability in their life comes first. So
very nice, very nice. And then so we'll take that hat. Are you ready to take that hat off?
If you want.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take that hat off, and Res Ride is MCBKC.
Yeah, MCBKC in the house. No, I'm just kidding. Res Ride comes to you live every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. here on KWTN 100.9, the Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe, live from Uptown Winnebago.
I love that.
It's beautiful, spectacular Winnebago, Nebraska. Uptown Winnebago, So look for us this Thursday. We're also going to add in a few new quirks. You guys know that we have our infamous love line, and I love the feedback we're getting from that, because there's kind of a couple clapbacks, and I'm like, okay, well, or then the best question is that me? And I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, I don't know, is it? No.
You tell me.
Yeah, it's like, you tell us. No,
for real. But we slayed it last week, man. We slayed it, man. I gave the best advice. But it's probably the worst advice, but
that's what it's supposed to be, the best, worst advice, this side
we
of
started
Emerson.
To go towards getting real good, giving good advice.
I know. It's like sometimes the DJs, we ruin our reputation and actually try to be wholesome, but it's like, no, we're supposed to be dump them immediately.
That's the end goal of those conversations.
Yeah.
Dump them.
Dump
or her.
Dump him. Dump her immediately. And don't forget, it's springtime, so it's act up weather.
And return of the Mac.
They're Max on thawing.
Yes. Baby daddies and warrants. So let's go.
Oh my goodness.
But also look out for Midnight Love, which will come to us again on Friday in a new show. Last week we did 70s and 80s Deep Cuts, Volume 2.
Got a lot of good feedback on it.
Yeah, there was. And then the replays, of course, play on Sunday. And Midnight Love plays every night at 10 in one of the replays. So we just pick one of the episodes and we go. But this week, I think I'm just going to stick with a straight up
R&B.
Let's groove.
Yeah. Just grooving.
Yeah.
Lenny Williams, I Love You.
Yeah.
One of the best songs I ever heard in my life, made last week's
Yeah.
Midnight Love.
Yeah, so if you didn't get to hear it, it's going to come up again on one of the nights on replay. That's always every night at 10, KWTN. So tune in or click the media player. Again, I also want to give the shout out to IT and everything Christina and Brandon and everyone else do, because they keep us connected. But Midnight Love, yeah, coming to you live again Friday as well.
All right, MCBKC. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Angel Decora, Ben Crawford.
Oh yeah, go. I was just gonna say, as you guys are talking, I'm gonna display that graphic that we have for the council breakfast coming up.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and reiterate.
Yes, so that's going to be taking place this Thursday, April 20th, 2023, at 9:00 a.m. in the Blackhawk Community Center Gymnasium.
Yeah.
See you then.
420, 9 a.m., Blackhawk Community Center. Be there, be square.
I
Yeah.
haven't even thought of that. Maybe not that
Easy
number,
to remember,
but-
right? Yeah,
All right,
come on
thanks,
down.
guys. See ya.
All right, thank you. Mr. Crawford, this day in history.
How's it going? Yeah, good to see you guys again.
Been a couple weeks.
Yeah, sunshine is out. I think it's like a statewide meeting of tribal historic preservation officers, so I am back in.
Cool.
Couldn't keep me away.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's doing good. It's busy. We have our new assistant, Misty Jefferson, is now working at the Angel Decora Museum.
She's gonna come stop by and say hi.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
these
we got to
times.
send her in. Yeah, yeah. Next week is John Rice's birthday on
okay.
Tuesday. So for those of you who don't know, what we're going to be doing is a two-part kind of radio session. We're going to talk about his early part of his life today, and then next week we'll get into the events surrounding his death and why he is a national figure in the Native Civil Rights Movement. So I figure it's good. Start at the beginning.
Okay.
So John Rice is a Ho-Chunk man who's born and raised in Thurston. So he's raised in the southwest part of the reservation in 1914 on April 25th. So again, next Tuesday will be 109 years, I believe.
Have you ever been to Thurston, the town?
The actual town?
Yeah.
No, I've only seen the sign.
Yeah,
that says
it's
that
pretty
it-
tripped
It's
out.
pretty,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have you been there, Ben?
I've probably driven through.
Yeah, I think they're known for the watermelon days or something like that. I'm don't quote me on that one. But anyways, yeah, it's a really small town. But
Yeah, it's small.
I was wondering why they call Thurston County, but there's actual town, Thurston, Nebraska. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Anyways, he was born there.
He was born there, and his Ho-Chunk name was Keracho Mani, which I'm told translates or read as translates as walking in blue sky, because Keracho is sky blue, the color. And so he was growing up, again, starting in 1914. He was kind of like a young man, teenager in the Great Depression, again, think 1930s.
Yeah.
And like Willie was mentioning earlier, there was not a lot of opportunities here on the reservation for somebody to make a living. So when he was a young man, he went to the Genoa boarding school. So it was no longer mandatory, or you couldn't force people to go to boarding school, but a lot of people had gone when they were kids, and they thought that's just what you do. You send your kids to boarding school.
Yeah.
And so this is really during a time before a lot of the sovereignty and civil rights advances, too. So after boarding school, he worked as like a farm laborer. And again, there's just not a lot of opportunities because he's not owning his own farm. He's working for other people's farms. And when Rice was 26 in 1941, December 7th, 1941, what happened that day? What do you guys think?
December 7th, 1941.
A date which will live in infamy.
You got a guess there, Bethany?
I'm drawing blanks.
Yeah, D-Day?
Good guess.
Okay.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Yeah. So Pearl Harbor. What happened was in Asia for several decades, the Empire of Japan had kind of Europeanized itself, and it was trying to expand and build its own empire. So even before the start of World War II, it had invaded parts of China and was really colonizing parts of Asia. And eventually, in 1941, they decide we're going to have to attack America. We're going to try to take out their whole fleet in Pearl Harbor. I've been there. They surprise attack Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. And this leads to the outbreak, America's entry into World War II. So just a couple weeks after that, John Rice enlists in the military. I haven't had the chance to really do a deep dive on John Rice. One of the sources I'd previously looked at turned out to be wrong. He was actually in the Army and not the Marines in World War II. But he served in the Army in the Red Arrow Division, which I believe is the 32nd Division in the Army. And by chance, Ho-Chunks had been in that division in World War I, too. Wisconsin Ho-Chunks. So he wasn't the first Ho-Chunk in that division. But he was sent into the Pacific. He was sent to go and fight Japan in Asia. And he ended up fighting in New Guinea and the Philippines. And he was a scout, which was a pretty dangerous job. He got wounded by shrapnel, and one of his family members talked about how he had these scars on his back. And he also got sick with malaria. Because when you think about New Guinea and the Philippines, these are really big island nations in the Pacific that have a lot of jungles too. Yeah. And back then too, though to less of an extent than World War I, a lot of troops got sick in these wars. Health and science has changed so much since the 1940s, but one of his family members described how the malaria was almost worse for him than getting the scars and getting wounded. Eventually, after serving, he was able to go and recuperate in Australia, which was an allied country. And apparently, he taught one of the military chefs how to make fry bread. And he'd met another Ho-Chunk in Australia, and he taught him to make fry bread for him. And the troops that served with him described him as the best platoon sergeant in our outfit. So he made it through the war, and after the end of the war, he came back to Winnebago, and he married Evelyn, his wife, who is white, and that's going to come into the story later. But again, he spent, it sounds like, a year in peacetime, 1945 to 46. And again, he was kind of frustrated. There wasn't a lot of opportunities. And one of his family members described earlier that he didn't feel like he was part of the reservation life, or that he was super traditional or anything like that. So eventually in 1946, he decides to serve in peacetime with the Army again, because he sees that's like a career option. I could feed my family, get money for my family that way. And he serves in Fort Carson, Colorado, Fort Sheridan, Illinois, and eventually in Korea. And one of the things he did during peacetime was he was part of an Army escort unit when they recovered soldiers who had been KIA'd in Europe after the war, which went on. You'd find bodies in battlefields for a long time. Even today, they're still finding World War II troops who died over there. And he was part of the escort unit who'd bring them back, and there'd be a service. Oh, okay. So again, and that we'll pause there. This interwar period between World War II and Korea. So between 1941 and between 1950, the outbreak of the Korean War. This is where we're leaving John Rice, and we'll get into where Rice's name became nationwide. But again, during World War II, he earned a Purple Heart for getting wounded, and he was also awarded a Bronze Star. And from everything I've read, he was just really rated as a really good soldier by the people who served with him.
You know, I hear a lot of veterans and those that serve yearning to go back. You know what I mean? Like there's a piece missing when they get back and stuff. And I'll never know what that feels like or anything like that. I'm not a veteran myself or anything, but I have deep respect for those stories and appreciate you sharing Sergeant John Rice's story, because something that, like you said, part 2 next week, we'll get into that information. A lot of people probably don't know who he is, but they need to know his story.
Yep. There's a reason why there's a statue bust of him in Sioux City near the transportation center.
And we're gearing up for the Winnebago Homecoming Celebration this year, honoring all veterans from all walks of life, from all branches. And make sure you mark the calendar, July 28th, 29th, and 30th. It starts on Thursday, and then Wednesday, before that week of Wednesday too, WCHS will be having their 5-year anniversary, and then that night is the Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department kickoff celebration. So we're going to kick off the homecoming celebration Wednesday, and then Thursday we start. I know Wednesday too, they have the Warriors Kettle. All the veterans come on down and share in that Warriors Kettle. There's a story behind that. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Winnebago Veterans Memorial Park. So we're excited for that. I think the committee has been meeting every Tuesday and Thursday. If you guys want to attend a meeting and stuff, communications, webmasters been helping out with the flyer and everything too. So they have a Facebook page. It's not Winnebago Powwow, it's Winnebago Homecoming Celebration. That's their Facebook page, and so make sure you check that on out. All right, Mr. Crawford, well, we thank you for that information. Appreciate it. And tell Misty to come on up here next time you and her come, or have Sunshine, the whole crew come up.
Oh,
for sure.
I'll have to do that sometime.
Okay.
It's good to see y'all.
Wow.
Yes.
I need a judge.
Hold on.
Okay.
I need a judge for the answer is, because it's about that time.
Okay.
And then, who are we playing against? Is Jordana Tyler back, or?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me text Jordana to see who's going to play in the meantime.
Real quick, I'm just going to plug in this real quick because you guys made mention of the homecoming celebrations page. So displaying on the live stream right now, we have that Facebook page. So if you wanted to keep up with some of the updates that are announced, let me see here. I know that they were taking bids for crowns and sashes, but is that deadline passed yet, or nope? So they're still looking for some crowns and sashes and the head cook bids. I said that so weird. But the Winnebago Powwow Committee is now accepting bids for the following, and this is for the 157th Annual Homecoming Celebration 2023. So we're looking for bids for crowns and sashes and a head cook. And to submit, when you do the head cook submission, you need to include a menu for...
Submit a menu for 2 meals a day for 4 days.
There you go.
And prices are crazy, man. You know what I mean? Good luck on that one.
And your bid needs to include your cost of supplies. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be eggs on the menu this year just because of the prices. They said they were like, what, $4 and stuff? Now they're like, I don't know, what are they, $8, $12 and stuff for a carton? I mean, woo-wee, man.
I'm dating a vegan. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that is good. Hey, did you get last week's The Answer Is?
No, I didn't.
Okay, in order to be a judge, you got to get some of these correct here and stuff. Okay.
So
no. on the homepage, the first thing you see, this is a recap of last week. It says 2 words that say tradition and pride. What is the third word, Ben?
On the tribal homepage?
Yeah.
I think
tradition, pride, and
family.
It's honor.
Dang it.
Okay, let's see here. Do you know Bobby Brown and Whitney's daughter's name? No, it's Bobby Christina. Yeah. And do you know what UFC stands for?
United Fighting Championship?
Almost. Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Ultimate. Okay.
Do you know where Ludacris is from?
America.
That's a good answer. I'll take it. ATL representing Atlanta. And let's see here.
I've heard Roll Out, but I don't know where he's from. Is he from, where is it? LA?
No, he's
New
from
York
Atlanta.
City? Atlanta? Okay.
Yeah, Atlanta. And then what city is the Nebraska State Fair held?
Lincoln?
Oh, man. Okay, so it's Grand Island.
Grand Island. Oh, yeah. I've heard about that before. Is it any good? Have you guys been there? I've only been to the Minnesota one.
Well, we have our dance troupe, the Mini Moccasins dance troupe, and we go and perform there a couple times and stuff. You know what I mean? And it was good. It's good. You know what I mean? They have their whole fairgrounds and everything. And
pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. They have some huge concerts this year. The guy known as Fluffy, what's his name? Gabriel and Gracie, or whatever his name is. The comedian. The huge comedian star, he's going to be there performing.
Oh, yeah. Man, I remember listening to him back when I was in like high school and stuff. Yeah, he's been around.
Great kind of Mexican comedian and stuff. Oak Ridge Boys, our homeboys from Winnebago. Winnebago sold out this past weekend, the Oak Ridge Boys, but they're going to be performing at the State Fair as well. So, we are ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
Waited all week for this.
Did you? You're gonna redeem yourself. Just so everybody knows, you're going against Jordana too.
Oh.
So you gotta get this
gonna
win
put
here,
me
Bethany.
against my
Come
good
on.
friend?
All right. In April 2023, some very sad news, guys. It was reported that Taylor Swift had ended her relationship with I know you know this one. You're a DJ on the Big Voice.
Her boyfriend.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. You follow her, concerts.
Matt, you know what's crazy? Someone asked me last night. She was on we was watching Disney Plus, and then she was one of the ads or whatever, and then the question was, would I ever go to a Taylor Swift concert? I was like, no.
Oh, you can't say that over the
wow,
airwaves.
kicking her when she's
Sorry.
down. Yeah.
Sorry.
They were together since 2016.
Oh.
He's a British actor.
He's a British actor.
Oh, that's a pretty good clue.
She was dating. Oh, I get a lifeline. Let me use that sucker.
Oh, you go on to okay.
Yeah, because I don't know none about Taylor Swift.
All right, let's see here. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Nobody knows. Ben, do you know?
No.
You don't know? The first question here.
You should give her 4 answers and say, could be this person, could be that person.
Okay, we got 130,000 people tuning in, listening in over the terrestrial. People are texting. People are Facebooking.
Who is Taylor Swift's ex?
Just announced. Since 2016, investment.
Wait, I think Trisha's got me.
Okay, Trisha got you.
Never mind.
Okay. Don't got you.
All right, so we'll give it another 30 seconds here. Who? Nobody knows this. It's on TMZ. It was all over. I don't know why it should matter if when you break up and stuff. You know what I mean? It'd be crazy if somebody broke up in here in Winnebago and we got it on the answer is and stuff.
That'd be funny.
Okay, Ho Chunk Renaissance says Joe Alwyn.
Alway?
I didn't know how to say his last name, but is it Joe?
Joe.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay.
Joe Alwyn.
Don't trust those guys named Joe.
All right, so you got it down?
Doesn't sound very British.
Vin Diesel is set to return in the newest and latest action movie series, The Fast and Furious. What is the newest Fast and Furious titled?
Oh, I just seen this.
It's coming out in May.
Next one.
Oh, I just seen it. It's just very dramatic. It's The Last Drive or something like that.
Well, I think they've been saying that a couple times.
I'm just gonna say it's F11.
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 All right. The state that we live in, that we grew up and we reside in, you've been living here most of your whole life. I know you did a stint in Oklahoma there for a while, boarding school.
Up in South Dakota.
Yeah, up in South Dakota. But it's an Indian word meaning what? What does Nebraska mean in the Indian word?
Oh, that's a good question.
It means...
I'm about to learn something.
It means...
Everybody screams go Nebraska, go
Oh, I
Nebraska.
should have saved my lifeline.
Nebraska, the state I live in. It's on your driver's license. What? It's the Indian word.
I know, and it's...
And what trips me out is people are like, go home, Indians. It's an Indian word. You live in Nebraska, you know what I mean? Come on now.
I am home. I'm going to say it means, it's the Great Plains.
Okay. The Great Plains. All right. Earth Day.
See, someone's calling me.
See,
someone is calling me. That's not it.
Don't see it. Earth Day. Question number 4. Earth Day is on April 22nd. That's just around the corner, folks. We at the Big Boys want everyone to know, let's take care of our Mother Earth as best as we can. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Did you know that?
Nope.
Okay. It has 8 billion people on it. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. And it is the third planet from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of the second planet from the sun?
Ooh.
It is Venus.
Final answer.
Wait. Mercury, Venus. Yeah, Venus.
Okay. All right. Number 5. Then we'll get you out of here. We'll bring Jordana in, see how she does. The circus was in Sioux City this past weekend. Did you get to go?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You usually do, right?
Real quick, can I tell a funny story?
Yeah.
Last year, I went to go take my boys, and we was already geared up. We was running to the doors. We had their tickets or whatever, but they were sold out, and it was the last show of the whole, like.
If you have tickets, I don't think that. How did that work?
I don't know, but we got cut off. They closed the doors on us. I felt so bad because my boys were just like.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So we went to Till and went to do other stuff, but.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't get to go again.
Better anyway, right?
I was it is better.
All right. What is the title of this circus? They have the Ringley Brothers. They have Circus Soleil. What is this one called?
This is the Shrine Brothers Circus.
The Shine Brothers Circus.
Shrine Brothers.
The Shine Brothers.
The Shrine Brothers.
Shrine.
Shrine.
Okay. Final answer? Shrine.
Yeah.
Shrine.
All right. We'll see how she does. Let's go and get. Do you know the answer
to that one?
Yeah.
I have a guess what the answer is. I don't know the exact title.
Did you get to go to the circus?
No.
I
haven't been to the circus since I was like 6.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you one of the boycotters?
No, I'm not one of the boycotters.
You just doesn't float your boat?
No. I don't think I really want to go to the circus. It just doesn't cross my mind.
Let's go to the circus tonight. Okay. All right. So we have some good answers, and we have she did pretty good.
That's what she said.
Okay.
She's trying to intimidate me.
All right. Okay. So
using scare tactics.
I know you know this one here.
Hopefully.
You guys had a 18-hour trip, and this probably came up as a topic of discussion on your 18-hour trip to Raleigh, North Carolina. In April 2023, it was reported that Taylor Swift had ended her relationship with who? I know you guys talked about Taylor Swift the whole time, right?
Yeah, she was the main topic of discussion. Jeez, who's she with nowadays?
Since 2016, she was with him. He's a British actor.
It's a long time.
6 years. A British actor. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know who she's all
booed up with.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the only one that I really know is that Taylor Lautner, and I know they haven't been together for a long time, but that's just the only name that comes to mind when it comes to her.
Okay.
TNT.
Final answer.
Yeah.
All right. The correct answer is Joseph Matthew Alawin or something like that.
Her beautiful long name.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Ho Chunk Renaissance.
It's very British.
Okay.
What, did she have a lifeline?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
So she's on the board. All right, here's the next one. Vin Diesel is set to return in the newest and latest action movie series, The Fast and Furious. What is the newest title called?
Fast and I don't know.
Fast and Faster?
Fast and what is it? I'm just gonna say Fast 8. I don't know how many movies they are. I don't want to say anything inappropriate.
Fast 8. The correct answer is Fast X.
Fast.
Oh, number 10.
Huh? I was one ahead.
Fast X or Fast 10. Yeah, Fast and Furious 10.
You jumped the gun with F11.
Yeah, you skipped over.
I know they're gonna have another one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The state that we live in, that we grew up in, it's on probably our driver's license, and we learn about it in high school and everything. Is an Indian word. Nebraska means what in Indian?
In Indian, like Indian?
No, like it's an Indian word. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, like a native word?
Yeah, it's a native word.
Let's see. It means flat and dry lands.
Flat and dry land.
Flat and dry land.
Yeah.
Okay, almost, guys. Flat water.
Oh. She was the closest, though.
How did you guys not know that one? I mean, like,
flat water.
It's kind of interesting, though. Right? I mean, because Nebraska, they don't teach us that. They did not teach us that and stuff, but now we know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I wonder if the "ne" part means water, because "ni" is
They say Oto. And then the Omahas, they call it Nebraska or something like that, which means flat water in the Omahas and stuff. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I was going to ask that. What language then?
And they say this in the Sioux, they kind of have, because the Omaha and the Siouan, or what do they call it? The Siouan language. That means kind of like flat flat Broadwater.
Yeah.
Flat and Broadwater.
I see.
Okay. All right. So
The more you know.
here we go. You probably get this one here. Earth Day is on April 22nd. We at the Big Voice want everyone to know, let's take care of our Mother Earth as best as we can. Do what you can. You know, Earth is 4.5 billion years old. It has 8 billion people on it, and it is the third planet from the sun. Here's the question. What is the second planet from the sun?
The second planet from the sun is...
You got this, bro.
It's Mars. No, it's not. It's Venus.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got it.
Hey,
Both of you guys.
all right.
How'd you guys know that? I didn't know that.
Mercury's the closest one, right?
Yep, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter,
They
Saturn.
call Earth, our Venus, the Earth's twin and stuff, but that's pretty interesting that you guys. How'd you know that? You just.
I remember that show, Third Rock from the Sun, and I was like, okay, what was it? I think it was Mars. Was the third rock no, that's Earth. So, okay, never mind. Disregard all that. I don't know. It was just my
pure guess.
Intuition.
They taught us a song like in school. I couldn't remember the song, but it's just embedded in my head.
Is it really?
Yeah. So.
Man, so I feel bad for Pluto.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I don't like that they
stripped it of its
my favorite
planets.
planet.
Disregarded it.
I know.
Yeah, what is up
They
with
said
that?
irrelevant.
Man. Okay, for the tie. The circus was in Sioux City this past weekend. What is the title of this circus? You know, they had like Circus Soleil.
Abusha.
Shibuya. It's Abu Akbar, not Abu.
Sorry. Abu.
It's Abu. I'm just gonna say Abu Akbar, but I don't know why that's coming to mind.
Almost. That was pretty close, Jordana. It's Abu. All right, wait. I can't.
It's Abu Becker Shriner
There
Circus.
you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a
Abu Becker.
poster right near my house, or my apartment.
Abu
It's
Becker.
not Shrine Brothers, and it's not Abu Akbar.
So
we're
with the
tied?
score, what do we got for the score here?
2-1. Bethany's got it.
Dang. How's it feel?
Hold on, let me do that. No, I'm just kidding.
She's like, let me press the button.
Well,
We'll let
good
her have
job.
that
Good
one.
job.
Yeah,
The more
good job.
you know and stuff, you know what I mean? The more you know. Definitely. Shout out time, guys.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my birthday boys. It's their birthday today. Nathaniel, Dino, Parrish, Sanssouci, Charlie, and Ethan Hawk Charlie. Happy birthday to you both.
Hey, good shout out. Good shout out. Ben?
Shout out to Jordan Blackfish. We're doing a collab event tonight with Project Launch and their youth groups that come to the museum. We're going to do like a clay activity and learn about the tribal flag. And yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Very nice. Jordana?
I don't really have any shout outs, but I just want everybody to know that today's a really beautiful day, so I just want you guys to all get out and enjoy that. Make sure and take your 15 to 20 minute walks outside because it definitely helps with your mental throughout the workday.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. All right. Well, thank you to all the guests that came in. Willie, we also had, go ahead.
Just real quick before you get into that, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but the Ho-Chunk Language Renaissance Department, they'll be having their language class. So join them today for the, display it. Join them for the online daytime Hoate class. Jeez, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Sorry. Today's topic will be months and days of the week. So every Tuesday, 1:00 p.m.
Very nice.
Head over to the Ho-Chunk Renaissance page and they have the Zoom link shared on there.
Shout out to Jamie, Savannah, those that tuned in, those that shared, Trisha, everybody. We'll see you guys on Monday for the round dance for Crime Victims' Rights Week. That's going to be kicking off next week and stuff. So they're going to be featuring a round dance, a walk, also lunch and learn, and a candlelight vigil that's going to happen on Friday at 4:30 over at the Sculpture Garden. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in here to KWTN 100.9 FM, and you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yep.